Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In the last part, we took down Ruby Weapon and saw a little bit into guys' past, and now, as promised, away with the fairy. Ah, there you are. I'm part of the team helping with the highly classified, very, very secret thing. The fact of the matter is, I've come to inform you of a rather interesting development. It's about the girl who was brought back from the empty. She's finally woken up, you see. Yelthor! And Arya, too! We heard the news from Thancred. Is it true? Why, yes, it most certainly is! Apparently her name is Gaia. She claims to be a free citizen of Yulmore, although she remembers nothing of the events leading up to her attack on Eden. She's lost her memory? Parts of it, at the very least. We also cannot be sure whether she's telling the truth or if it's merely a ruse. She's yet to display any hostility, which is encouraging, I suppose. And Thancred's with her now, is he? Yes, he's taken her to Yulmore, mainly to verify what she's told us so far. Quiz the locals, that sort of thing. After that, the plan is to come back here, though they're taking rather longer than I'd anticipated. I do hope nothing is amiss. Good grief, are you always this slow? At this rate, it'll be dark before we know it. The night sky returning is all well and good, but it does make each day seem awfully short. And aren't you still dragging your heels back there? At least act like as if you've got a purpose, would you? Now look here, I'm not one of your servants. Why don't you try carrying your own luggage for a change? Thancred, you're back! You other sight for sore eyes. Yes, even you, Ryanje. Gaia and I have just finished shipping her personal effects from Yulmore. Not shopping, shipping. I'm glad we could finally meet. Properly, I mean. So, did you learn anything useful? Other than where she lives, not an awful lot. Her supposed neighbors barely knew the first thing about her. Hell's she barely knows the first thing about herself. Recollection of her life in Yulmore is patchy at best. But she seems convinced that she'll regain her memory if she accompanies us, and so she invited herself to join our merry band. And for her first act, she ordered me to carry her luggage. If you insist on standing around talking, might I suggest finding a place to sit down first? My feet are killing me! Then perhaps you should have chosen more sensible footwear. Still, it's not such a bad idea, shall we? So you don't remember anything at all? Not attacking us, not falling unconscious? Such selective amnesia would rightly raise suspicion within those of a cautious mind. Yet if she doth speak the truth, it would lend credence to my current hypothesis, though admittedly some further. Not now, Ryanje. She's only just woken up. We don't want to bore her back to sleep. In any case, I prefer to follow my instincts, and they're telling me that Gaia means us no harm. After much deliberation, I thought it only right to let her know about our work in EMT as a sign of goodwill. After all, trust works both ways. Though I would ask you, Arya, not to let your guard down just yet. So you're the one I'm supposed to have fought? Come to think of it, I recognize you from somewhere. So you should, considering you tried to kill me. Well, Thancred's version of events is anything to go by. You weren't exactly holding back yourself. Still, seems I didn't give you much of a choice but to defend yourself. So let's call it even. Not that I have any recollection of it. It's like remembering fragments of a dream, only to realize those things actually happen. It's as though my whole life has been leading to this. Thou speakest as though thou didst expect these events. I guess you could say that. It's what the fairy tells me. I can't see it, but it's as though there's someone else inside me, and I can hear its voice in my head. It whispers to me and lets me use its power. Magic, I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing. And this power alloweth thee to tear open a fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the ether-starved denizens of what remaineth of the 13th? What? Was that supposed to mean something? Or are you just spouting random words at me? Honestly, I don't know how you all put up with this. I've only just met him and he's insufferable prattle already giving me a headache. Cause I still can't believe I'm having this conversation and think that I was flying about in a suit of armor waving a sword. That doesn't sound like me at all. Someone else inside you. Like Minfilia was inside of me. Aye, the similarities cannot be ignored, though it is too early to say with certainty. Gaia may well be the Oracle of Darkness. The Oracle of Darkness? What does this mean? It means that you may have been right when you said she has something in common with Emmett Sulk. Ah, yes, nothing like random beeping in the background in the middle of recording. Those have been used as living hosts by an Ascian have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from personal experience. But Gaia seems to have some memories still, even if they're a little hazy. Moreover, she has remained in control of herself even when she heard the voice within. Much like you and Minfilia. And though Reem was very much her own person, Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes a hue akin to that of our dear departed friend. It is therefore not unthinkable that Gaia's raven locks may be a manifestation of the darkness which hath come to reside within her. I was born like this. My parents, they both had black hair too. Or at least I think they did. It's been so long since I saw them, I can't remember too well. But enough about me. You're in Minfilia, aren't you? The Oracle of Light, who they were hosting in Yulmore? That's right, though imprisoning is a better word. They kept me locked away, and I didn't know much about Yulmore and its people, or the rest of the world for that matter. I see. And how exactly did the Oracle of Light come to run with the Warrior of Darkness? Well, it all started when... Yes, I still remember the day everyone went raving mad and Lord Vothri fled. Everything after that is still a blur, though. From what Gaia's telling me, she wasn't part of the mob that attacked us, but how was she able to resist Vothri's control? Mayhap 'twas the intervention of this fairy of whom she speaketh? As curious as that may be, we still don't know why she appeared out of nowhere as soon as Eden took flight. This is just a guess, but I'd say that the fairy reacted to it in some way and for whatever reason made me go after it. Yes, that seems like the only explanation. I don't know about you, La, but I've had enough nattering. I'm going back to Eden. What? But why? The fairy wants something from Eden, and knowing what that is will bring me a step closer to discovering exactly what has been living in my head all these years. Besides, my memories aren't going to restore themselves, and certainly not through idle chit-chat. So I'm going, and that's that. Kaya, wait! Insufferable. Utterly insufferable. And yet we can't well leave her to her own devices. Come on. I definitely did not fly right past this, thinking I needed to go down to the entrance to Eden. Nope. Not at all. Get away from me! Kaya! It seems I have no choice. What am I? What are you all gawping at? I don't mean to stare, but it's not every day I see magic like that. So this is the power of the fairy you spoke of? Ever since I was a child, it has whispered to me, telling me what to do. That's how I came to use its power. But there are things I can't even explain. Holes ripped in thin air, terrifying creatures crawling out, ghastly-looking blades and armor appearing out of nowhere. But worst of all is the dark energy that comes from inside. This power, it feels as though it's only flowing through me and never truly mine. And even when it answers my call, it always takes a few moments for the spells to work. So in summary, you don't have control over the magic. Well, it's not as if I ever tried to control it. I haven't made a habit of fighting wild beasts. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of traveling through Amarang, and while I understand that you want answers, you're not going to find them unprepared as you are. If your heart is set on this, then we will help you. Reen, think about what you're saying. You're seriously considering taking Gaia back to see Eden? Eden! Wow, speaking. There's no telling what might happen if she loses control again, so the safest option is for her to stay away until our work is done. Somewhere we can keep an eye on her. You must realize it's for her own good. I must concur with Thancred's assessment. At present, we know precious little of Gaia's origin and less still of her powers. If she is indeed the Oracle of Darkness, her presence may complicate a task already fraught with peril, placing her mission and her own well-being in jeopardy. In full knowledge of the risk, dost thou still wish to pursue this course? I do. It wasn't so long ago that I was living in isolation, being held against my will. Maybe the people keeping an eye on me thought that was for my own good too. But if we took Gaia away for our own convenience, we're no better than Vauthry and Ranji. I've learned that when someone is in need, we must reach out a helping hand, not push them away. So now it's my turn to do for Gaia what you've all done for me. Even knowing the danger that lies ahead, I won't choose the easy way out. This is the path I've chosen. Is that good enough for you? Well, can't say it fairer than that. How about you, Urianger? The light of thy spirit doth burn bright. Mine apologies, my dear, but we felt it necessary to test thy resolve. Let it suffice to say it, thou hast left no room for doubt. For what it's worth, Reen, I never doubted you. But make no mistake, the danger that Urianger and I spoke of is all too real. If you're prepared to go through with this, we'll be right there beside you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I couldn't care less who I travel with, but if we're going to go, then let's get going already. There's supposed to be some sort of craft waiting at the southern watchtower, yes? Come along then, and don't fall behind. Get to meet an A rank. This is Malik Tender. Hello, Malik Tender. Oh, beep. Anyway, I had to do that real quick. It might be a bit of a tight squeeze with the 5 of us, but we'll manage. Perhaps Urianger can sit on top of our luggage. So there it is. Even world finding answers I seek. The bringer of the flood, the first sin either. Would it lead me to my past or my future? What awaited on the path ahead, I couldn't say. I had no choice but to take the first step. Blood and thunder. I know what it's like. It was the same for me. I was lucky because Thancred freed me from Yulborn and had the chance to see the world. Most importantly, though, I met all kinds of people and they taught me not to live in another shadow, but to be myself. Maybe one day you'll have that chance too. Said your piece, have you? One day? What's that supposed to mean? I don't know how the Great Oracle of Light sees such things, but for someone like me who's only known life in Yulmore, there was no such thing as tomorrow. Or there was no tomorrow, there was no future, only the here and now. And while we waste time on these meaningless conversations, I feel each moment of my life slipping away. Time. It won't wait. Not for me, not for anyone. I don't know how much longer I can hold on to who I am. I'm sorry, Gaia. Gaia? That's probably not even my real name. It isn't? When Vanguard asked me my name, I couldn't remember. That's when the fairy whispered to me, Gaia. If you grew up in Yomar, surely someone there must know who you are. Everyone I once knew had either disappeared or been turned into Sin Eaters. Those whose faces and names I still remember, that is, in the end, we found not a single person who so much as recognized me. As far as I can recall, I've never been the most sociable person, but still. Well, even if it's not your real name, I think Gaia sounds lovely. If you're happy with it, then that's what I'll call you. And if you're willing, instead of the Oracle of Light, please call me Reen. It's not the name I was born with. That's long forgotten now. But the one the people whom I consider family gave to me. Is that so? Well, as much as I love to keep up this chatting, there is something that's bothering me. I thought the fairy would have reacted to Ethan in some way, but so far, nothing whatsoever. From what I gather, it wasn't until Ethan started moving that it appeared out of the blue. Perhaps if you were to actually try flying it somewhere, the fairy might break its silence. If you've got elements to restore, or whatever it was, why don't you hurry up and get it over with? You need to learn some manners. And you need to stop wasting my time. Alright everyone, I think we've talked for long enough. If you're ready, let's make our way to Eden. Changes brought by the release of water and earth, the empty half displayed no further signs of alteration. Stability, some may call this and be satisfied, but in truth it is passivity. A passivity stemming from light's ever-pervasive presence. If we are to break the status quo, we must needs employ a catalyst, a third element that shall arouse and stabilize those unleashed energies and activity. Therefore, I propose lightning. So problem will be Ramu, yes? From what I've heard, he's a guardian of the force and not particularly keen on conflict. You've already fought him, haven't you? Or you've actually fought him, haven't you? He's half man, half beard, another half beard for measure. Spent most of the time chasing after orbs of both of them, I want to say. But he's half man, half beard, and half beard for good measure. Ah yes, Thancred mentioned that he more closely resembles a person than a beast, unlike most other primals. And apparently he tends not to move about much. I'm glad to see our lessons have paid off. Well, it's like you say, if we want to call forth an accurate representation of the primal, I should picture it in my mind as clearly as possible. At the very least, it's worth a try. But the rest is up to Arya. We're just gonna find a giant beard, aren't we? In order to finish the work, we need to actually fly somewhere, yes? So rather than sending one squad, we exchange anecdotes. Why don't we get this blasted thing moving first? One must admit, the suggestion is not without merit. Green might suggest that Gandalf Thunder Plains is our next location. Those plains, it is writ, were perpetually blanketed in storm clouds, the only source of illumination in the ceaseless barrage of lightning. The ambient ether that lingereth there shall provide ideal conditions for the summoning. And that's where we're heading. Come on, Eden, we've got a job to do. This should be as good a spot as any. Alright, Arya, whenever you're ready. Memories of Ramu flash through your mind. Even the first, fulmination. Now accessible.
There's no turning back. Get ready!
But the beard!
So, this is Ramu.
Oh my god, a countdown. What is this? What is this? Anyway, welcome to Fulmination. So yes, it is not beard. It is not beard. Thou wouldst forge this world anew? I, Ramu. That's my word. I would actually like it to take a little bit further back, but it's fine. Hello. Lag. I forgot that Ramu actually, like, lags me a little bit. This is fun. Oh gosh, I'll regret everything about using shoulder tackle and DPS with. So anyways, he's gonna do this. Spears of Lightning. He's gonna bring down 2 spears. One is gonna be small, one's gonna be big. And then there's a bunch of orbs that are gonna fall. So yes, the orbs was kind of the in-joke on this one actually. It wasn't the beard. Judgment Bolt is general AoE. Crippling Blow is Tank Buster. Titan has to just paranoid of everything. Alright, so Fury's Bolt. When you see Fury's Bolt, grab some Surge Protection. Because the next one, Divine Judgment Bolt, will kill you. Or at least really injure you. If you have not grabbed an orb. Following that, he's going to do a summon like so. And we want to get out of this middle line because guess what? Once again, we have to follow the ground. So that's gonna be a knockback. Save. Oh, and yes, by the way, this is, in case you were wondering, part of the melee, sorta. Because it all kind of depends on the stage here. So yes, 3 lines there will be taken on over by summons. Hi, I was trying to do a button and you weren't letting me do buttons. So cool. Anyways, this time around he's gonna come in as 4, and you literally want to bolt it. You can survive this with the power of an orb. That's the equal outcome. Yeah, this is a frequent sight here. Just like a normal Ramu, like the old level 50 Ramu, if you can oversurge if you take more than 3, so if you're trying to take a 4th, you go over, you get set connectivity, and now we have to play dodge bullshit. Pardon my français there. So Surge can protect you from those if you happen to get hit by one. But anyways, it's gonna drop 2 Storm Clouds. Oh god, the healer. Yeah, so if you're in the Storm Clouds, it's gonna be nasty. That happens. We just really have to hope that both healers don't fight it here because, yeah. Another thunderstorm. And this time it's going to be combined with the long way across. So this actually does have a little bit of a pattern to it. There's like small and big ones. The last small, I would find always goes after a DPS. I'm not even bothering trying to screw north to go to my top. And yeah, I'm sorry, my DPS is suffering. I'm trying. It's like actual content I actually have to pay attention for. Oh, hello. Please stop moving yourself. When I start with Spear Summon, that is the Spear move. He only does the 4 once in, at least in normal. I've heard in Savage it's a thing. I'm going to be trying to push this as long as I can. That's as long as I feel safe. I am going to say Dancer, please. Why did you just drop that on everyone? No, that was not me. Oh, I died in the fault. I had one. I had one. Fine, now I have 2. It does only take 1 off. You don't ever really need 2 at a time in this version. So now he's also going to combine both the diagonal and the vertical at once. Also, great timing on your Brotherhood there, Rinny. You know, who needs great timing? Like, he's not just gonna suck with it. I've taken thy measure, bringer of light. I was trying to take a drink, and then I saw he was talking. Oh, there's a orchestrion that dropped. Okay, I don't care about any of the rest of that. Because it's not a current here, so. Yay. I thought I was prepared to expect anything, but I didn't expect Ramen to turn out quite like that. Appearance aside, he was quite aggressive as well. Basile's belief in him as a kindly guardian clearly makes a difference in his temperament. Anyway, I'm just glad it's over. Let's get back to the camp and see if anything's changed. I just took a materia. I didn't even look up what I just took. Just took one. Crystal's a different color, but apart from that, it all looks the same. It may look the same, but it feels different. The air is growing slightly more humid, as it does before rain. I have to say, I'm not exactly prepared for wet weather. If you think I control elements and so on, can't you tell to send those clouds somewhere else? Speaking of which, I'm not very impressed with the so-called powers. Drinking yellow crystals and purples, the extent of its abilities, it's no surprise the fairy didn't bother showing up. Hope that whatever's next is more worthwhile. Rain influencing the ground beneath our feet even hath brought change to the firmament above. And yet 'tis clear that a more dynamic element is required for the natural cycle of precipitation and evaporation to be complete. So we need movement. Would wind do the trick? Most certainly. It seems we have a plan. Let's not dwell too much on the effects of each individual element, instead focusing on seeing them all restored. Power of an oracle. Not to be sniffed at, it seems. All my life you were a constant companion, your voice ever seeping into my mind. Why then, of all times, did you abandon me? Deaf even to the crashing of thunder, or were you simply biding your time? into the firestorm. Wait, but we just talked about wind. Why fire? Ere we settle once more, might I ask if thou art familiar with the process by which rain is made to fall? It's an elegant conspiracy! It certainly would not be beyond the elegance to manipulate the weather, if such is thy suggestion. But it is a naturally occurring phenomenon that I would speak. With the restoration of our first element, the empty was once more blessed with the most essential ingredient in the cycle of precipitation, water. Under normal circumstances, the heat existent in the atmosphere would cause water to evaporate from the land surface. And as invisible vapor, it is borne by the wind up high unto the firmament, where it doth condense as clouds before descending once more, returning to the land in the form of a rain. It seems we need wind aspected ether to create more clouds. That it hasn't rained yet must mean there aren't enough. And even before that, we need fire aspected ether to make the water evaporate. It seems to me that one's not much good without the other. Why don't you just draw both elements together? You're suggesting that I fight two deiform entities, each one as deadly as Ramu. At the same time, do you realize how absurd that is? And yet, it's a notion that doth warrant further consideration. Excuse me! Oh, you can't be serious. Cast your minds, if you will, to the elemental wheel I did show you in the bookman's shelves. Wind giveth rise to lightning, whose spark doth produce fire. By restoring both wind and fire in tandem, we may maintain balance between these dynamic elemental forces. The ensuing battle shall indubitably present an ordeal unlike any Arya hath ever faced. I believe, however, that this path doth lead to the prize we seek. Oh, so perhaps it's not so absurd after all, eh, Thancred? Yeah, it's just my life. I wouldn't dream of questioning Ariandra's grasp of the science behind it. My concern is for the burden this would place not only on Arya, but Reen as well. What do you both make of the plan? If Ariandra thinks it'll work, I'm willing to give it a try. No, I'm being far too agreeing here. As long as you know what you're letting yourself in for, you're going to need all your strength, so see that you get plenty of rest. Gaia? Seems Reen is reluctant to air her concerns. Were you to rally her spirits, she may become more willing to talk. I guess I'm going to a cutscene. Yes, you're right. There's no use in trying to pilot Eden while I've got other things on my mind. It's about Gaia, you see. The truth is that apart from Uze and Alphino, I hardly know anyone my own age. I thought that I should make an effort to be nice to Gaia, but, well, you've seen how she is around me. I understand that she's got her own problems to deal with, but I thought that maybe I could help her in some way. It's not my place to intrude, and I should probably just leave her be until we finish restoring the elements. After all, that's more important, isn't it? Let me talk to Gaia while you concentrate on the task at hand. Is what I would have said once upon a time. It seems to me that you're the one best qualified to take care of this little problem. I know she can be a bit prickly, to put it mildly, but if anyone can get through to her, it's you. Although we've only known her for a short while, we're all she's got, and I think she realizes that. Just let her know she's not alone, and she'll come around eventually. Alright, I'll give it a try. Do you have any advice? That crit certainly has a gift of the gab. He'll know what to say. I'm afraid that since arriving the first, I've had little time to mingle with any of the locals and haven't a clue what young women like Gaia would be interested in. That's given me an idea. I'll start with some small talk and go from there. Actually, since before she woke up, I've been asking Lena about what's popular in Crystarium. Thought it'd be nice to show Gaia around the place one day, you see. So that's what you were doing? I suppose it makes for a nice change of pace from all that studying. I must commend me on thy choice of confidant. The captain's powers of observation maketh her a veritable font of wisdom concerning the behavior of the Crystarium citizenry. I'll be honest, I chose Thancred because I didn't want to voice Urianger. Yes, and now it's time to put that knowledge to good use. Don't let the fear of rejection hold you back. Persistence is the key. Speaking from experience, by any chance? Whatever do you mean? Lessons learned from days spent in pursuit of the ladies fair, one might suspect. You couldn't help yourself, could you? It's alright, Thancred. Your secret's safe with me. May I remind you that the reason we're here is to create a better future for everyone in the first, which includes you and Gaia. Well, it might not be on the same scale as bringing life back to the empty. If you're able to befriend her, it'll be another way of contributing to a brighter tomorrow. So go on, she's waiting for you. Alright, wish me luck. Rena's ready to approach the decidedly unapproachable guy. You had best observe the conversation from within earshot. Which means move 2 steps and go into another cutscene. Okay, I'm just gonna do squats. Cool. What do you want? Nothing really. It can wait till later. Probably no, there might not even be a later. If you got something to say, hurry up and spit it out. Is everything alright? I'm not feeling strange from being around Eden or anything? Is that what you came here to talk about? Actually, I wanted to ask you. No, I'm being too obvious. Would you like to go and have coffee biscuits with me? What? Coffee biscuits! I saw them conserving in the Crystarium. Everyone's talking about them, so I thought that maybe once we finish our work here, you and I could go there together. Let me get this straight. You came to talk to me about biscuits? Yes, they're light and crispy, and when you dip them in the coffee, they go all nice and squidgy. The only reason you're even interested in that in the first place is because everyone else is doing it. Can you think for yourself? I do what I want when I want. After all, the world could end at any moment. That's not going to happen. Not if I've got anything to do with it. Listen, Gaia, I understand what you're going through. Believe me, I do. But you mustn't lose hope. A new day will come, then another, and another. Life's not so bad if you give it a chance, you'll see. Shut up! You think you know me? Even I don't know who I am. Until I find this truth, I'll never be free. Then we'll find it together. I've seen enough pain, enough loss, and I don't want to see anymore. That includes you, Gaia. Why do you care so much about other people? What have they ever done for you? Have you even forgotten how we human morons treated you, the precious oracle of light, like a bird in the cage? And yet you act as if none of that ever happened. So forgiving, so selfless. You and your family brought back the night sky, and you finally had the chance to lead a normal life. And instead, you're flying around in a giant sin eater, trying to turn a barren wasteland into some sort of paradise. And for what? I may not remember much of my past, but I'm fairly certain I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. Out of morbid curiosity, I'll see it through to the end. But if you think that makes us friends, you are very much mistaken. Gaia! I surmise that to keep Gaia waiting over long would only agitate her further. To defeat the deiform manifestations of both wind and fire shall require every last mote of thy strength. The thou hast triumphed over such beings in previous encounters should be at the forefront of thy mind as we commence the summoning. Where are we going this time, Oriange? The place called Ashfall. Thou satisfy our requirements, I believe. The fables speak of travelers sweltering beneath the blazing sun of the midday sun, while after nightfall slicing winds that tear at their cloaks. Let's see. Hopefully it won't be quite that bad when I draw out the elements. Green, my dear, may I remind thee that to focus is not the same as to deny other thoughts. Whatsoever it is that troubleth thee, thou wouldst be better for acknowledging it. Yes, you're right, of course. It's Gaia that I'm worried about. That as well, may thy concern for her lend thee yet more strength. So, you're not going to ask me what they were like? This time, I'll begin drawing out wind and fire in equal measure. Arya, we'll only get one chance at this, so let's make it count. Memories of Garuda and Ifrit rage through your mind. Eden's reverse furor is now accessible.
It worked! Both wind and fire have answered the call! Green, are you alright?
Lowly creatures, I shall not suffer them to live. Cool, we're gonna do that, huh? Please turn her. Please turn her. Someone. Alright, so anyway, we're fighting it like this because we are. You want to avoid those nails because those nails are bad. She's gonna do Superstorm. You want to be out of the middle, I believe. That's one? No, that's just generally a lead. He needs to be moved out of the middle, ideally. And we're gonna have this. I need to stack with at least one other person, and then move, because otherwise, You will get knocked back. If you do not stack with at least one other person, you will get knocked back and you are basically dead. Now when you get out of the middle, it's basically a slam. Similar to, that's great. Similar to, like, Sephiroth and all that. Summer Fury, just get out. Also, she's gonna put some clonals onto party members. Avoid. That's why I see my lovely leg is still here. And then she's gonna slice the arena in half, because why not? You don't want to step in the middle, because stepping in the middle is death. Ideally, the tank brings her out of the middle, so DPS like me can not hate life. And also because she's gonna do a knockback like so. Those feathers are gonna explode, which will cause a vulnerability. And then Ifrit's gonna jump in with a proximity like so. And also he has fresh aggro, just so you know. So ideally at this point, the tanks will split aggro. Whoever was tanking Ruda will open up tanking Ifrit, because this Hands of Flame is going to do a debuff onto the tank. The lightheaded, the off-tank will want to take at this point. There's going to be a tether marker on one person. This is going to do a clonal. Ow, no, don't go by me! If there's a stack there, then whoever that have it on will die. Basically. Area, Tank Buster, saw the marker there. There is the eruptions. I should probably actually be in a position where I can properly play instead of like my kind of lazy. And X-Mark, he is going to go jump to one of the sparks. You want to get by Ifrit here. Like really by, because he's gonna knock this one away, creating your safe spot so that you won't die. Infernal Hell, General AoE. And Tango. You see, these mortals are not so easily bested. So at this point, you can go after either. You're kind of just trying to push to a key trigger. This is why the tanks wanted to spread aggro between the two. You do not want to tank both. It's very, very painful to tank both. Also, you want to go for Ifrit here, trying to at least be by Ifrit. If you're on this side, you have to try to keep jump to, because he will be knocking away the one that is safe. I believe multiple can stack on those, but I really want to go because... Oh my god! Quit turning her! Oh, by the way, that's what happens if you group up those stacks. Now multiple people are concussed, and now people are dead. Also compared to spring. Alright, I'm trying to pull it off and then also I'm not on. Okay, here we go. You thought the fight was gonna be over. Yeah, no. So this is Rock the Pot. This is our true fight. So we now have this part of Ifrit coming into play, combined with the nails part of Peruda, or I guess you could say that half of Peruda. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Tank, stop pointing it that way. So actually at this point, the Rakapaksa does use the AoE sort of buster a lot less. No, Tank, come back here. No, I'm trying to grab one off you. God damn it, I got hit by hand one anyway. See, that's why you don't stack. Also, you don't want to spread them out too much there because, yeah, as you saw, it kind of does that sort of dealio. Anyway, now we're gonna have a bunch of things happening as he prepares a thing. Get out of these. I don't remember what they're called, but get out of them. Deal with this here. That put me in. It did not put me in! Alright, so this is actually going to do 2, so you don't want to be moving too early so that you can split. And then it's going to do a mostly area attack with a small safe spot behind them. Hey, we've actually got this thing spaced correctly. It's a miracle. You like Feral Storm combined with that. Tank! There's a reason people are trying to stack with you. Like, that was literally a mechanic in Alexander. So, I mean... I think those headers tend to target healers. I might be wrong. Also, I am going to hold Limit Break here just in case we need a healer. Because the way this has been going... Oh, come on! Our Brotherhoods are on the same damn timer. Come on, someone take the second one. I'm dropping the second one on you. Not move too much there. I'm trying to. There's the other tank buster. Like I said, he doesn't use it too much in this form. Also, I knew that was coming, so that's why I wasn't preparing to use mine. But if you want to use it, go right ahead. Apparently you're not going to use it, so I'm going to use it now. Cool. As long as I don't die horribly trying to do this. Oh, no, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. Got those things. Okay, seriously, people, it's a stack. Here we go. You can finally see what the knockup looks like. Knockup, and then you die, or you get massive damage from follow-up. It was death when this first came out. Also, let's just say if that opening happened, that launch, that was just that what happened there with all those deaths. It would have just been a wipe. That was incredible. I never imagined they would fuse together like that, but you took them down all the same. Oh gosh, the pop-ups are still happening. Cast your lot! You're already outside, but cast your lot! I suppose the main thing is that we're now 2 elements closer to restoring the ether of the empty. Let's go and see what difference it's made. Worked just like Urianger said it would. Everything we could have hoped for. Indeed, our endeavors have been repaid manifold. I wonder what will happen when we restore ice. Is something the matter? One more element, and then what? You'll have achieved the impossible while still be nothing. No memory, no past, no family, nothing. The world has moved on and left me behind. Anyone who ever knew me is either dead or gone. So, almighty Eden, you can mend this broken world, you can't restore one girl's memories? Give me my life back, damn you! I still hunger. Ah! Extinguish the accursed light. Awaken our true power. Enough riddles. Tell me who I am. You are. I am. Gaia. Gaia. Gaia, what's wrong? Reclaim your memories. Fulfill your destiny. I don't understand. Gaia, can you hear me? Get away from me! I miss the sound of falling rain. Your voice called from within. Long after the rain passed, your voice echoed on. Heart of Darkness. While this downpour is precisely the result we were hoping for, the novelty of standing around outside in the rain does wear off rather quickly. Not to mention, Gaia's looking a bit under the weather. Let's continue this conversation to even score. Set forth to restore the element of ice, I will discuss the manner in which the summoning shall be undertaken. Just tell me one thing. Is this going to bring the empty back to the way it was before the flood? Well, not to say for certain. The change we have observed at points of ethereal intersection doth give us cause for optimism. It may be reasonably assumed that the empty shall continue to transform and, in the decades to come, regain a semblance of its former state. Decades? I don't think you've quite grasped the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It would have swallowed the entire world if Nymphilia hadn't stopped it. Even if Vereen has inherited her blessing, wounds like that don't heal overnight. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. And it might take even longer than that to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know that we'll stay like this forever unless we do something about it. My sentiments precisely. Only once the foul element is restored shall we have a glimpse of the future that awaiteth those of generations yet to come. You do all this for a world you may not live long enough to see. Well, here I am, so absorbed in my own problems that I barely spare barely a thought for anyone besides myself. For so long I've listened to that voice, telling me what to do, who to be. I was so scared of what might happen if I disobeyed. But I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. If Rhea is the Oracle of Light, here to mend this broken world, what does that make me? Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, bringer of misery and death, a monster! It's no wonder they left me. Mother, father, next it'll be all of you. Then I'll be back where I started, where I've always been, alone. Gaia, is it the fairy? What's wrong? Afraid I might lose control and ruin all your carefully laid plans? No, it's you I'm worried about! Green, I'm going outside to clear my head. You just do what you need to do, alright? Something's wrong. I know it. much is clear. If we have a repeat of our first visit to Eden, we may even be joined by those voids and friends of hers. If you go and see what Gaia is doing, Urianger and I will stay with Reen. My name is Gaia. That's what you said, isn't it? Eden, the flood. What does it all mean? No, it can't be. Is this what it's been waiting for all this time? Finally, you remember. Ah! What is this? Darkness that dwells within you, Gaia. The curses spawn of light are drawn to it like moss to a flame, pathetic, mindless, and easily bent to my will. Sin Eaters! Now the time of awakening has come! What did I just walk into? By walk, I mean warp. Arya, Reen senses Sin Eaters. What's happened? Don't try to fight them. Just bring Gaia back inside. Quickly now. What's happened to her? That's a concern for later. First, we must deal with those Sin Eaters. Arya, if thou wouldst care to repel our assailants without, I would task Thancred with standing guard within. I shall tend to Gaia meanwhile. Aiden's verse, Iconoclasm. Iconoclasm is now accessible. All these fancy words.
So many of them. But nothing we can't handle.
That only took like 30 minutes to queue. Also, you may notice I'm on Gunbreaker. Yeah, there was queue issues. So anyways, I guess we get to see level 80 Gunbreaker in action, huh? Hopefully. Empty Wave is general AoE. I was like, I am not main tanking today because I kinda have to do a thing. And Shadow Strike is tank buster. You can see this tether heading for the main tank. And yeah, it's a pummel or a line tank buster, so you don't want to point it. Sort of like the Leviathan one. Anyways, words of motion. We're gonna want to go ahead and move over to this left side here, or right side also works. I'm just used to left. And these birds are gonna go across the arena like So, once it goes across the one spot, you need to move out of the way, otherwise you will get smacked. Once the void gets here, the easiest way to be as a DPS here is just literally stand right here. This is omnipositional, by the way. It is relevant since obviously I would normally be doing this on Monk. You can't just stand back here. I guess I want to get out of that lane, don't I? Once they go, you can just move back up here, and you are fine. You will avoid everything going on behind us, which you'll probably pay attention to it because it's teaching us mechanics. But, you know what? I am not promising A+ Gunbreaker action right now because, oh my gosh. Anyways, these little balls are going to be heading for a portal. We need to see which portal is coming out of or going into because that's what it's going to come out of first. And it's going into red first, so we need to move into the right lanes, like so. It's a lot of paying attention around you. That is a theme in terms of Shadowbringers. In general, I probably should have just used that one move, but I didn't. Alright, so right with the, left with the, really, literally stay in the middle. It's just a force move. Don't be moving around like that. You will get stunned eventually. And you obviously don't want to get yanked off the platform yet. And this is going to be a dual stack with, all those different little things. Also, I should probably, you know, actually tank that just so I can hard as hell tank. But hey! It's fine. It's fine. Speaking of which, Heart of Stone. That gives them the Brittle Shell as well to, you know, more defense and whatnot. Anyway, unjoined aspect. I don't like to look at this. So we're going to get actual effect or umbrella effect. We'll split it half and half the tank, or one tank, one healer, 2 DPS on each color. Kind of just a savior thing. And you want to be in front of the opposite one to your current color. So we want to be in front of the black one. Because we were in Umbrella. And yeah, it's just going to flip back and forth a few times to kind of show you. Oh, cool, I can stay right here. Hello! Anyway. That was perfect timing. Anyways. Actually gotta do a tank thing here. This is like the one reason I was like, oh, maybe I actually will do this one on tank. You want to bring these two together. For a reason. Oh, okay. I lost one of them. And it's also going to do the back with the, away with the whatever. Let's get it so I will be outside. Strength in numbers, yada yada yada. We want to be out here. I could have probably rushed back in. These do have an enrage. They will eventually explode if they are alive for too long. One is preparing Silver Shot. It is a spread. For these, if it has started, it will continue going off. They do also have like a little AoE thing for, you know, if they stay alive long enough, you kind of messes with the melee. It's like the only melee hate in this fight, really. It's not really big melee hate. Guys, we're being hot. Not long right now. Alright, so we're gonna go back into unjoined aspects here. And Void are gonna appear. Yes, we are mixing. So this time around, we need to make sure we are in front of the Umbra one again. Split, but we're also gonna want to pay attention to where Nocturnal is going into. Because we are going to be switching it to it. So we want to be in this red lane, the red portal. And make sure we are right here. Otherwise, yeah. I believe it comes again. Yes. So I did triple jump actually spending my stuff right now. So let's try to talk. This is why I wasn't doing main tank, okay? Alright, we got away with the this time, however. We're gonna go right, and we kind of want to aim ourselves ourselves and make sure that there's at least one person in each tower. I'm kind of off, but it's fine. Ah! Okay, saved. Saved! It's fine. I wasn't prepared enough for this thing, but hey, there we go. I wasn't actually planning on doing this on tank. And where's the motion? Yeah, that's basically it. It will rotate at this point between doing the umbral effect and all that, and not doing it. And yeah, we saw basically everything, so that's cool. I just really don't want to do the next fight on tank, because we actually have relevance for melee in the next wave. What's with everyone opening the treasure coffers? Sure. I'm pretty sure everyone could dump in cutscene. Yes, we can still do cutscene along. Score. She won't wake up. What do we do? I guess that's what they give me a chance. Anyway, but there you go. What is this place? Where is everyone? So I'm all alone. Even the fairy is gone. Endless silence, endless darkness. Is this what death feels like? It's no use. No one can hear me. How ironic. All those times I wanted peace and quiet. Now that I finally have it, I wish I had someone to talk to. I thought I couldn't stand to be around them, all their interfering and fussing, and yet I was never lonely. But it's no use. Even after everything we went through, my memories still won't come back. There's no future awaiting me, only emptiness. Those memories, I can say lost forever. If only this pain will leave me. Now I close my eyes and sink into darkness. And then I'll suffer no more. Gaia! Mother, Father, wake up! I understand now. Why wait for tomorrow to claim us? Gaia, can you hear me? This perfect moment never has to end. I'm not giving up on you, Gaia. Say something! What do you want? Please, I'm begging you. Remember all the things we said we'd do, like going to the second serving for coffee biscuits. I never... Gaia? I never agreed to anything of the sort. Oh, thank goodness! I was so worried about you! Do you have to be so loud? The fairy fell silent, only to be replaced by Irene's voice ringing through my head. I never thought I would be so glad to hear it. on thin ice. You've all gone through a lot of trouble on my part. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Anyway, I've delayed you for long enough. Please, carry on with what you came to do. I'm glad you're back to your usual self, but how are you feeling? Much better now, but something is still bothering me. The fairy spoke to me in a dream, and a stream of memories rushed through my mind. I don't recall anything like this happening before, and I'm not sure what it all means. What sort of memories? I can't make any sense of them. They were only brief flashes seen through someone else's eyes. At least that's what it felt like. Minfilia, that is, the first Oracle of Light, once served Hydaelyn as the ward of the Mother. If the Oracle of Darkness is her counterpart under Zodiark, then we had best prepare ourselves for the worst. Aye, the night's return did tip the ethereal balance towards activity, which may have served to awaken the fragment of his power in the first. Having thus roused, he did fix his gaze upon she who had been marked by darkness, Gaia. Marked or no, Gaia's still her own person. Everything alright? It's nothing. Anyway, let's forget about all that for now. There will be plenty of time to think it through once the last element's restored. If thou believest thyself well enough, then I see no reason for delay. Let us forthwith attend to the revitalization of ice. Shiva, then. Arya, as the only one here to have actually seen the primal, perhaps you could describe her for us? Do I have to? A woman named Izel made herself a vessel for Shiva. Also, she and the Great Worm Hraesvelgr shared an undying bond. Boom, boom, boom! So she summoned it into her body. She summoned it into her body, imagined essence of someone who lived over 1,000 years ago. Such a thing should be possible. The long since departed Shiva was a great source of inspiration to Izel, whose method of summoning differed greatly from any we had previously encountered. By the echo did she bear witness to the deeds of the noble Shiva, and thus was she moved to dedicate her being to that self-same cause. 'Twas this devotion that granted her the power of a primal. So she was able to control it herself? Not getting any funny ideas, are you? Just thinking aloud, that's all. Anyway, we'd better get going. Our journey leadeth to a great glacier situated in the northernmost region of the Empty. I'll get us there as quickly as I can. It's time to draw out the ether. I was thinking. That I should go with you this time. I want to be the vessel for Shiva. Being still and passive by nature, ice is the element that is most strongly aligned to light. I'll need to get close and use my own abilities as well as Ethan's to draw it out. So that the Oracle of Light becometh the Oracle of Ice. I cannot claim to be in favor of this stratagem, and yet the primal we encountered in the source was summoned in much the same manner. The inherent advantages are undeniable. Absolutely out of the question. Have you forgotten what Arya does to the primals we summon? I'm not about to stand by and watch as she and Rean beat the tar out of each other. In any case, the ether only returns to empty once the creature's been slain, although it seems you haven't taken that into consideration yet. Presumably there's a safe way to disperse it, but still far too risky. thought you had more sense, Rain. But it's not as bad as it sounds. With a deformed entity as volatile as the primals we have previously summoned, it would be logical to assume that, in her role as conduit, Reen would be hard-pressed to retain control. Ari would have no recourse but to defend herself by any means necessary, else her life be forfeit. I know it's dangerous, but I can't let that hold me back. Please, I've gotta try. But I don't see why this is even necessary in the first place. You never had to take risks like this for the other elements. Eden possesses almost infinite power, but what would happen if it began acting without my intervention? If it started to feed on the ether, just like other Siniers, it would undo all of our hard work. There's a disconcerting eventuality, and one which cannot be dismissed. I'm worried that even if we realign the elements, things will eventually return to how they were following the flood. But if I train Eden how to nurture the environment rather than drain the life from it, we can leave it to take care of the empty in our place. I'll channel the ether through myself and show Eden how it's done. This isn't some house pet we're dealing with. If it all goes wrong, then what? I know this all sounds like I'm taking a leap of faith, but it has been a gamble every step of the way. We've managed to come this far because of faith in ourselves and in each other. I've made my feelings on the matter perfectly clear, but what say you, Arya? With my memories to guide the summoning, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, I didn't kill Azelle. I didn't kill Azelle anyway. Reen, I suppose that if you've got your heart set on this, there's no point trying to dissuade you. Just don't do anything reckless, is that clear? As Crystal. This is going to work, I promise. I'll make sure of it. Well, for all our sakes, I certainly hope so. Because if the primal takes over, it'll be fine with all of you by my side. I know that whatever happens, it'll work out in the end. All of us? I hope you're not including me. I can't even deal with my own problems, never mind yours. It's enough just knowing you're here! Anyway, I've decided to take a leaf out of your book. I do what I want, when I want. I made my decision, so now I have to see it through. Yes, but this is a different kettle of fish altogether. Well, the point is, this is what I want, and I'll do whatever it takes to make it work. So this is how much it means to you. Memories of Shiva envelop your mind. I don't know how, but I can see her too. This might actually work. Eden's Rose Refulgence is now accessible.
I call upon the power of Shiva. Stop her!
Oh my god, we're finally in here.
You would stoke the fires of conflict.
Anyway, so this is Shiva. Yeah, this looks very familiar. The music's even familiar. I mean, what the heck? No new music? Cool. Absolute Zero is a general. AoE. I probably should use full tackle as liberally as I am right now, but it's fine. I think.
The light shall usher in peace.
You might also notice my camera is panned up a little bit more than normal. That's because of this mechanic right here. So look away is on top of her head.
Such impudence!
Yeah, that's why I probably should be using full attack as I am. That mechanic right there.
Resplendent ice, grant me strength.
So yeah, that's one of her main gimmicks, is look away and hello, melee hate, I think. Yep, so she's gonna put us on thin ice, which means melee hate. Thriving Frost is gonna be back. I don't actually remember which one is which. To the front and back. Double slot is Tank Buster. I probably should have done that a little sooner. Oh, well, too late now.
Blood shall
Alright, Diamond Frost, I believe, is another general AoE? I think that is. And then we're gonna have a spread plus a bunch of flare markers. Nice. Thank you. And there's also going to be some chase markers. You may recognize these from Copy Factory. Ideally, like, you bait them kind of out to the edges there. It does have Shiva circles going on at the same time. So ideally, you kind of bait them out to the edges. Heavenly Strike is a knockback. Okay, that's too late. Heavenly Strike is one of the main points of try and make sure you bait her movement correctly. Oh my gosh, we're going to see this. But yeah, the chasers, you want to kind of have at the edge and bring them in. You don't want to leave in the middle. Fighting Frost is going to be at the front. When she does this, you want to head to the south, just like so. Otherwise, pain, suffering. I use all my shoulder tackle. Oh god.
The light shall usher
Really
in
low
peace.
before she starts phase 2. This is not good. Your side kick is going to be in. It's the opposite of axe kick. Obviously, if you look, you actually do get stunned because, like, oh my gosh, you're watching her change or whatever. This is way too much DPS, so god, we are not going to see phase 2 like at all.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
There was no hope of getting anything else on down anyway. Stop the flow of light. Stop the light from flooding this fractured world. So yes, we are stopping the flood of light again. Because the light is kind of trying to take over Reen. Along with the ice. Anyway, so these are going to appear in sort of a pattern. There's going to be a tether here that the tank is going to want to intercept. The electric ethers are going to put the shock spikes, so you'll take it back. It can be stunned or silenced, I believe, but you kind of want to stay silenced for the earth one. Earth one's for the stone skin, so they're cheating jerks like that. If you stand in the middle, I am doing terrible at my rotation right now. It's cool. Cool. Yeah, for the ones. One of the first things we'll do is stone skin. For the civil, healer takes one, tank takes the other. I don't even know why I'm trying to save this, but, well, yeah. There are 2 platforms, hence the split. So we're gonna see, like, none of phase 2, so let's talk about phase 2. It's a lot of phase 1. The main addition is gonna be, she'll do a thing where it's like a bunch of tonals combined with towers that people with tunnels don't want to be in the towers, except for like the first one right this one. So there's a proximity here. It's either an in or an out. You'll know about halfway through the cast which one it happens to be. And she's now going into rage. Absolute zero. Just turn rage at this point. But yeah, the main thing is the towers, plus that there'll be more mirrors. The mirrors can be combined with the front, back, either one of them. And also just don't get to hear the song.
Such power! I can't! The light! It's too much for her to bear! Ugh, she won't last much longer! Enough of this! Power of darkness, answer my call! Damn this light! Damn it all! Don't give up!
DPS race, by the way.
Our future!
So yes, there was a new song. It's in Phase 2, much like original Shiva. We just didn't get to hear it because Phase 2 was basically dead when we got to it. Reen! You were there. I heard you. What happened to Shiva? Is she still in control? No, she's gone. But Gaia... What? A hammer. It matches your dress. I see you're back to your normal idiotic self. Look, isn't it pretty? Maybe we could take it with us. Ice tends to melt, you know. Not this sort. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it might even make a nice necklace. That's a brilliant idea. Wilt thou not rush to her aid? Perhaps I'm getting slow in my old age, because it would seem Gaia's beaten me to it. To think that she would be the one to break the ice. They may have gone off to a rocky start, but I think they'll make quite the pair. Is that a hint of melancholy I detect in thy voice? Something akin to a pining mother bird whose chicks have flown the nest? Father bird, if you don't mind. But you're not entirely wrong. Still, when the day finally comes to say goodbye, it heartens me to know she won't be alone. After that, we can go to a second serving for coffee biscuits! Fine, you win! If they're anything less than perfection itself, I'll never let you live it down. If they're not to your liking, there are plenty of other things to try. I suppose we both deserve a little treat after all that hard work. We most certainly do. There we were, laughing as if we had not a care in the world. Fleeting though it was in that moment, I was content. But my life was never meant to be so simple. I'm so sorry, everyone. I clearly have a long way to go before I can handle that kind of power. But we achieved what we set out to do, as I had faith we would. So without further ado, let's return to camp and admire our work. It's life. Life finds a way. I can feel all the revitalized elements working in harmony. I've always believed Ethan had the power to restore the empty, but I never expected it to happen so quickly. I think I never did get the hang of some of the primals correctly. Judging by Thancred and Urianje's reactions, it seems most of them were barely recognizable. Far be it for me to worry, but are you sure your memory is alright? Though thou hast grasped the basic principles of summoning, it beareth repeating that such deiform entities are not the product of the memory alone. Nay, myriad other factors contribute to a corporeal manifestation, and in a process not unlike the techniques employed in creation magic. I wonder if the effects from the rebalanced ether will spread to the rest of the empty. Perhaps we'll just have to wait and see. Besides, I'm sure we could all do with a rest. I must say, Rain, it's refreshing to see you take a more measured approach for a change. Well, if my experience here has taught me anything, so that I should not rush into things unprepared, and I've also learned that there are some problems that can't be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Yulmore, I've met all sorts of kind people who have gone out of their way to help me. Thought that I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. but now more than ever, I realize that there's a limit to what I can achieve by myself. Even though I was able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control vast amounts of ether, or such vast amounts of ether. If God hadn't been there for me, I might never have returned to normal. I can say the same about you. I was trapped in the nightmare, but you freed me. Seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, then we can face our problems together. Yeah, that's if you don't mind. No, it's fine. Really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. But on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. You mean it? Oh, thank you, Gaia. May I suggest we continue the conversation on Meringue? Though the MT may now support its foliage, the land's normalization hath but begun, and to linger over long still entaileth risks. Is aught the matter, Thancred? Nothing you need to worry about. Let's go. Before we do anything else, we should report to Yofler. He'll want to know how we've been getting on in the empty. Speaking of Martsuk, there was a snack of some sort that caught my eye last time. I can't quite describe it, but it looked squidgy. Despite a strong suspicion that I may live to regret it, I'd like to try one. Oh, I think I know the one you mean. They might not be much to look at, but I bet they taste amazing. Perhaps we can also try those jelly wrigglers or whatever they're called. I'll even let you take the first bite. Ew, no thank you. First coffee biscuits, now worms and jelly. Heavens forbid the two of you might actually eat some proper food. Arya, may I ask a favor of thee? Whilst Thancred and I return to the Crystarium to inform our comrades of our recent exploits, I would have thee accompany Reen and Gaia to Mornsuk. I trust all is well, Miss Gaia. It will be once we get out of this desert town. If I spend another night in a dingy little room, I shall scream. I'm terribly sorry to hear that the accommodation was less than satisfactory. I'll investigate the availability of more comfortable lodgings post haste. Yes, I think we'll be staying in Mortsuk, at least for the time being. It might take a while for me to write the report, as your expedition was rather eventful. Arya, I really appreciate everything you've done. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've put you through. Still fretting about that, are you? What's done is done. Besides, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? You're right. Now, how about that treat we promised ourselves? They might not have coffee biscuits here, but I've heard the regular cakes are to die for. Or was that you'll die from eating them? Only one way to find out, I guess. I'm sure trying the local delicacies will keep us occupied between writing reports and thinking about the next plan of action. Hopefully we'll have another chance to visit the empty to see how things are coming along. And don't even think about leaving me behind. Worlds apart. Good news, or at least it has the potential to be good news. I received word from Master Urianger. Fortunately, Master was rather thin on details. He only requested that I return to the Crystarium and meet him at the Wandering Stairs. Not the most likely of places for important meetings, but I suppose he might be able to squeeze in a pint or two while you're there. However, before we leave, sorry, how may I be of service? Second report. Read informs me that balance has now been restored to all 6 elements in the empty. As such, representatives from the Crystarium will be making regular visits to the camp to observe any changes that occur. Shall pursue the delivery of whatever supplies they may require. Once again, Reen has kindly agreed to provide a report of your travails in the empty up to and including an encounter with a being known as Sheba. The preliminary verbal account left me gobsmacked, to say the least. Larry, I'm finally finished! Arya, how goes it? Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you. Don't worry, it's nothing dangerous. I was wondering if you'd like to join Gaia and I for some traditional Mortsuk morning tea? And in the meantime, I can read through your report. Now that's taken care of, let's head over to the tea stall. Before that, there's one more thing. This concerns you, Arya. I found this in Eden's core, and it seemed like it could be important. For all I know, it might even help me get my memories back. When I looked at it more closely, I see images of you scrolling around inside. Whatever this is, it probably means a lot more to you than it does to me. This crystal contains Eden's memories. We've seen one of these before, haven't we? As you stare intently at the crystal, your mind is overwhelmed with visions of struggles past, twisted and distorted by some unknown force. Whatever is the matter? It's the same as last time. The only explanation I can think of is that Eden's own power altered its memory somehow. But was that before or after they were crystallized? Whatever difference does it make? Regardless of how it was made and where it came from, I can't possibly think of any use for this thing. If you want it, Arya, it's yours. Looks like I was the one wasting time on this occasion. Let's go and try this tea I've heard so much about. Gaia, wait a moment! Arya, you're still a bit green around the... You're still looking a bit green around the girl, so perhaps you can join us next time instead. Anyway, I best catch up with Gaia. While this crystal may not serve as an accurate record of your battles, it provides a glimpse of what might have been. It could even help in mentally preparing yourself for foes you have yet to face. Since it contains images of you and your exploits, it seems only right that you should be the one to safeguard it. Edensburg Savage is now accessible. Anyway, let's head over Stereo. Pray accept mine apologies for calling thee hither at such short notice. The matter I wish to discuss is of considerable import. If it's that urgent, would it be quicker to use those link pearl things Reen's been telling me about? These are words best delivered in person. Did something happen to the empty? Not that doth warrant our immediate attention. The elements are in a state of equilibrium, and the propagation of flora continues apace. So what's this about, then? As thou art aware, we are not of this world, hailing from what is referred to as the Source. However, unlike Arya, Thancred and I exist only as ether given corporeal form. Our bodies remaineth on the Source, though the thread that binds us to them doth grow weaker with the passage of time. And if you stay here too long, you might never be able to return. Precisely. Now, with the wheels of change and the empty set in motion, we believe this is a fitting juncture to take our leave. We shall but regret not being present to see the transformation reach its completion. Hardly seems worth losing your bodies over, though. If you have to go back to your own world, who are we to stop you? I always knew this day would come. I just... You'll still have Gaia and Arya. I know that you'll see this through to the end, together. We will. I may not be half the woman Philia was, but I have friends I can turn to. They might be brutally honest in their opinions at times. I prefer to say if their words and not their actions do the talking, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Just promise you won't transform into a crazy ice lady and try to kill me. Again? Though I can't say what the future might bring, no doubt Reen and Gaia will need your support in the days to come. Alas, the mysteries surrounding the fairy are yet to be solved. Whether thou shouldst find the answers that thou seekest or nay, lend not thine ears to its honeyed words, for thy will is thine own. Never forget this. I will. The time of our departure is at hand, yet know that no matter where we may be, we ever shall we pray for your success. With Urianger and Thancred set to leave the first, it seems wise to share this development with Yelfort, who will continue to oversee expeditions into the empty. You're back sooner than expected. Is everything alright? Oh dear, that's rather unfortunate. I dare say it's something jolly important for them to leave in such a hurry. In any case, I wish them the best of luck, wherever their work may take them. I shall remain here and hold the fort, as it were, and make the necessary provision should any further forays into the empty be required. Safe travels, Mr. Saria. In order to progress with Eden, you must continue the story. Cough. Cough. I'm just putting a warning there. So yeah, we literally cannot continue with Eden. I would have anyway, because it's not till 5.4 that we would. But we literally, there's literally a block preventing us from continuing Eden right now. Called the story. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. In the next part, we will not be going to 5.3. And no, I'm not going to do another delay joke. We actually have something else to work on. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support really helps her keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description below. Links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye! Wait, Rini, what are we doing here? We already did Eat and Eat. Well, Endwalker happened, and stats got nerfed. And we can see phase 2! Remember how we got to phase 2 and she had literally like 10% health left? Yeah, we're gonna actually hopefully cross fingers see it here thanks to the great stat nerf. So here's the hoping. Here is to hoping. I'll try it. I don't remember all what I went over. It's been a little while. Yeah. Also, apparently someone's been queuing this for this for an hour. Apparently they really need to bring a pocket tank or healer.
Fools. You
oh gosh, my computer is lagging. It's been sitting too long. Okay. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I fought her. I have fought her since Endwalker, and that's how I know phase 2 is back. Literally how I know phase 2 is back, okay?
The light shall usher in peace.
I almost forgot to look away. Yeah, look away. Sight is in. Okay, okay, okay. Have my camera again.
Resplendent ice, grant me strength.
Can't control. Okay, control. Oh gosh. Everything's fine. I'm safe! I'm safe! I'm safe. Alright, that's not the double. Oh my gosh, it's been a little bit. Okay. It's been a moment. For a double slap being tank buster. I'm also like, my computer's lagging because it's been a bit. It's just been sitting and doing other stuff. And oh my gosh. Diamond Frost, I guess. I can also maybe actually get in like a for serious playing phase. What do I got? I got a flare on me. What do we got? And I got Chaser! Alright! Chaser, oh gosh, please, buddy, don't come towards me. This is going well. Heavenly Strike. That's the knockback. That anti-knockback. And I am tanking. Hello. Cool. Well, I know who's number 2 on Agra. Oh, hey, we're gonna get Team Mirrors. Right, I think there was parts of phase 1 we didn't. What's there? I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm just trying to remember what all we saw, and I'm not remembering.
The light shall usher in peace.
Regress. Nonsense! Oh shoot, not nonsense. Because I messed up. I hit the wrong button. I stacked too many times. No! My blitz! How could you do this to me, Shiva?
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
My perfect balance. Alright, yeah, you can see she's at so much higher health this time going into this part. I still hate this part on melee. Why didn't I not come in here on Dancer? I don't know, maybe because I'm ashamed of how I play a Dancer? Maybe? Cool, we got a black mage. Everything's fine. Not the one I thought I'd have to. I think we're gonna have one here, over there, and corners? Yeah. Okay. I promise I'm not rusty. I eat an 8. I promise. Alright, so real phase 2 this time instead of, oh, it's 10%. We don't even really see Enrage, do we? We also get to hear the song. For more than, you know, the cutscene. Alright.
Darkness, speak up!
Okay, this is the out. I know there's a way to tell with how she's moving. I just followed everyone else and noticed that it did not go into the other way. Alright, light rampant. This is just gonna be general AoE. Just gonna go into our next mechanic. These are towers. Towers plus 2 conals. Conals do not want to go into other people. We want people per tower. We've got now it's a double tower. Oh, dude. Nothing is said about not standing in a tower if you've got a thing. Like this. I have the tower, so I'm not going to stand over there like a jerk face. And it hit the entire alliance. Alright, mirror, mirror. So this time she's going to combo it with scythe or axe. So scythe is the in, which means we need to go in towards whatever mirror the tank takes it to. I should have used my thing. I'm really bad at using. I really need to set up the macro for that. I haven't done good. Alright, redress. This is gonna be her going to this. Also, I really should be using my fist of wind, or it'll win. Silly me. Why wish I had fist of wind? Alright. Win. Alright, cool. I didn't mess up my blitz. Alright, double slap, and that was really the only thing we missed was the mirror with the combination. Everything else is about the same. So that was really it, plus the towers. She's gonna redress again here, obviously this being that. See? I can do it! I can do it. Alright, so Absolute Zero, this is obviously Enrage. And we still don't get to see the full Enrage because she was too busy doing other mechanics to actually go into this Enrage. And like I said, we actually got to hear some of the songs. I really actually like the song, Return to Oblivion.
Such power! I
Thanks, Endwalker, for bringing these fights back.
The light! It's too much for her to bear! Ugh, she won't last much longer! Enough of this! Power of darkness, answer my call! Ugh. Ugh. Yeah!
We actually got to do the whole Return to the Living. This is the loop.
Damn this light! Damn it all! I won't give up!
I'm just showing this because.
Future. Our future.
I probably could have hit that before, but I didn't. And yeah, so that's actual Eden 8 with all the mechanics and stuff. And where's my pass all button? I don't want any of this. Whatever. I'm in Amarang. I can leave. Like, I'm not in anywhere that's Endwalker right now, right? Yeah, no. We're good. I'm in Amarang right now. Yeah, so that's actual Eden 8 with actual mechanics that's not, oh, we got to phase 2 at 10%. Yeah, I feel like there's some others. If I think of others, I'll probably end up doing them. I think 4 and 3, if I haven't already shown them, were also on the list of I missed some stuff, but this was the major, like, oh my god, I missed so many mechanics because we just DPS through everything. Yeah. But anyway, nice little bonus episode here for Eden. It's not actually a dungeon because, well, there's not as much stuff to do in Breeding Dungeons or in, like, the twinning here. Yeah. Nice little bonus bit, though. So, I guess, thanks for watching. Next part, we'll... Are we just going into... I guess we're going to something. We're going to something next time. Save the queen, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just mumbling to myself. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoy it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out.